Welcome to the PG3 Roadmap. This is Route 3, Reprioritizing Spending, using sufficient revenue wisely to meet our needs.
Hello again, Pleasant Grove. This is Don Paz. I've been to several cottage meetings and a debate lately in which our current city council members have touted that they brought additional revenue into our city, and that's great. But for the past several years, we keep hearing that there's not enough money for our roads, and we just need to find more money. When we look at the city budget, something very interesting jumps out at me. In 2013, general fund revenues were $10.4 million. Administrative costs then were $4 million, and our general funds allocated to the roads were $200,000. But then in 2014, general revenues went up $562,000. Now that's more money we didn't have, right? So how much of those new funds were allocated to our roads? Zero. Meanwhile, $473,000 was added to the administration cost. In 2015, we had another $896,000 in new revenues. But once again, zero was added to roads. And our administration budgets went up again another $101,000. In 2016, general fund revenues went up another $308,000. Now, surely we could have allowed some of that to go to roads, right? No. Once again, zero went to roads, while again another $208,000 went to our administrative costs. So let's review. In the last 3 years, our revenue rose a total of $1.7 million. Our administrative budgets increased over $857,000. And with all of that, not one penny of this new money was budgeted for our roads. Now, to be fair, there was an additional $235,000 left over from last year's budget that the City Council moved over to the roads budget. My concern is that if they're serious, why wasn't additional money added to future budgets?
So here's a fair question for the current City Council members who are seeking re-election. Since we already have $1.7 million more in the 2016 budget versus the 2013 budget, how much more do we need to bring in before you will put any of it to roads? Here's the bottom line. It doesn't matter how much new revenue we bring in if you don't have City Council members who will prioritize our roads.
And here is one more question for current City Council members seeking re-election. Since you couldn't find any of the $1.7 million to allocate to roads, how is it that just recently you decided that we could instead spend at least $400,000 of our tax money to extend a sewer line to homes that normally would have to pay for it themselves? Pleasant Grove, this is such a recent development that we'll have to tell you more about this in our next video. But what you need to know now is that this council is going to spend that money in direct violation of multiple city and state codes. You see, sewer is historically paid for by users, and city code even requires sewer extensions to be paid for by the homeowners, not with city funds. Even worse, a sitting council member is benefiting directly from this action. It doesn't look good, and it's just unexplainable. Until we produce our next video, we'll have to leave you with our commitment that Matt, Don, and I would never have voted for this or any other action that would violate city ordinances.
And that, Pleasant Grove, is why we're asking you to vote for Blaine Thatcher, Don Paz, and Matt Godsey. Unless you have 3 council members which can see the problem, understand the problem, and are committed to fixing the problem, nothing is going to change.
Thank you for watching Pleasant Grove. There will be future videos as well, and you can find them on our website, pg3.org. We'll see you there.